The 2024 Buick Encore GX has Buick's new face, its new logo, and this. This'll get used a lot. Buick sure has changed in the last 30 years. It's strictly an SUV crossover brand now. There's nothing like the Grand National, and the Enclave is the closest thing to a land yacht it sells. Many of its vehicles are smaller, like the 2024 Encore GX, which gets a solid refresh. It wears the new face that debuted on the Wildcat concept car, if not toned down a bit, and there's a new tri-shield. The ring around the crest is gone, as is their jaunty angle. The shields have been set free, if not made more orderly. And to make sure you know this is a Buick, it's now spelled out for everyone in back. All of this is to add more personality to Buick's conservative image, and it doesn't hurt that the cabin gets a new dash that, at first glance, has a hint of Cadillac lyric in it. There seems to be a trend in the industry where automakers are bringing all brands up market. Of course, Buick has always been positioned as a premium label, so some might consider cross-shopping this with Audi Q3, BMW X1, Mercedes GLA, or Volvo XC40. I consider Encore GX's competition to be more mainstream. Mazda CX-30, Honda HR-V, Kia Seltos, and the GX's sister vehicle, the Chevy Trailblazer. The mid-level sport touring all-wheel drive model starts at $29,700, and that's with destination. The one that I'm driving, equipped with the advanced technology, comfort, and experience Buick packages, retails for $35,000 with optional copper ice metallic paint. This is around $8,000 less than a BMW X1, spec'd as close as possible to my tester. At some $5,000 more than a comparable Trailblazer, the Chevy offers better value, and it wears a bow tie. FYI, a fully loaded Encore Avenir model will set you back nearly $39,000. Going forward, the smaller Encore, the non-GX model, is discontinued. Choose between 1.2 and 1.3-liter three-cylinder engines, both turbocharged. With front-wheel drive, the transmission is a continuously variable unit. All-wheel drive comes with a 9-speed. The 1.3-liter here makes 155 horsepower and 174 pound-feet of torque. Its 18 horse and 12 pound-feet advantage is somewhat better positioned in the rev range. The 9-speed shifts smoothly, hanging on to higher ratios for better efficiency and a little bit of lugging. Shifting manually is done here. All-wheel drive is not automatic. I've found that it stays in the selected mode after a restart, though. There are no drive modes. Buick is confident it has tuned the experience perfectly, I guess. Buick has made some high-performance vehicles in the past. This is not one of them. 0 to 60 happens in just under 9 seconds, which doesn't seem very quick, but here's the thing. With lots of low-end torque from the turbo motor, this feels kind of spunky off the line, so city driving is kind of fun. The 1.2 is only available on the base preferred model. That starts at just under $27,000, and the more powerful engine is only $400 more. It's why I really recommend the 1.3-liter turbo over the 1.2. I'm just trying to help. This being a smaller crossover, seating is as high as it can reasonably be. I find visibility to be good, and blind spot warning is standard. Same with auto high beams and automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection. Also standard, active noise cancellation. Buick is known for building quiet cars, and this is one of the brand's least expensive vehicles. Still, it's pretty hushed. It's not Rolls-Royce quiet, but still not bad. One thing, when you put your foot hard into the throttle, you're going to hear the engine. It sounds kind of coarse for a premium brand. Move on up to Buick's Envision SUV and you'll get a larger, more refined crossover, but it costs considerably more and doesn't get the new noggin and logo if that's a statement you need to make. There are advantages to smaller vehicles too. They score parking spaces that larger rigs have to pass by, and they're more relaxing to pilot when snaking through dense urban traffic. Toss this hard into a corner and the suspension doesn't get all mushy, but this is not a sporty dynamic. This is a Buick, and it's appropriately comfortable. On really rough, choppy pavement, it will buck a little bit because this is a short wheelbase. The Toyota Corolla Cross could be a competitor, and it's available with the hybrid powertrain. Comparably equipped, it costs about the same as my Tester, and being a hybrid, it gets significantly better fuel economy. Going with the all-wheel drive powertrain does lower fuel economy a bit. The EPA rates this setup at 27 miles per gallon. Both of the front-wheel drive models average 30 miles per gallon. Buick has no hybrids, and the Toyota's EPA average of 42 miles per gallon with all-wheel drive is nothing to ignore. On the flip side, inside and out, the Encore's design is arguably more fashion-forward than the Corolla, and since the advanced technology package on this car adds adaptive cruise, the safety tech is about the same. Want a powered tailgate? Not available on the ST, you'll have to move up to the Avenir, where it's an option. The GX does its best to be as practical as possible. There's a spare tire, and those are rare these days. Choose between space under the load floor or maximum cargo. There are no bag hooks molded in, those are useful. Dropping the seats is an easy reach, even for smaller folks. This does the usual 60-40 split, expanding cargo space to an impressive 50 cubic feet. But the Encore GX has an ace up its sleeve. It's perfect for hauling long stuff, like a shelving unit from IKEA. A Volvo wagon that I owned years ago did this, and I used it all the time. And someone was thinking ahead. This should keep scuffs and rips to a minimum. All SUVs and crossovers should have this. If 4 people are off to the airport, stuffing luggage in here shouldn't be a problem unless they're way overpacking. There's a respectable 23.5 cubic feet here. These are slightly larger than a carry-on suitcase, so at 6 packs of softness, absorbency, and value, it should all fit, including a second bag that stashes under the seat. Don't hog the overhead bin. And have a nice trip. The cabin gets a new modern look for 2024, mostly because of the instrument panel. All the techie cars are going with the long, thin display look. There's actually 2 screens here, an 8-inch unit for the gauge cluster, plus an 11-incher for the interface. Now clearly, these look like 2 panels set into one piece of glass. The one in front of the driver gets austere graphics, switchable though. Creature comforts at this level include a heated wheel and toasty front seats. This is synthetic leather, it feels quite good. The Avenir adds real leather and automatic climate control. ST's manual single-zone HVAC is a big miss at this price. And it's hard to imagine the base audio system being less rich or punchy than the $500 Bose upgrade. And yes, I checked the tone settings. While materials get an upgrade for 2024, arguably Trailblazer, Seltos, CX-30, and HR-V deliver a similar level of poshness for less money. A pop of color or trim would go a long way to brightening things up here. GM does do a good job of making user interfaces easy to use while driving, so points there. But there's not much to adjust here, so there's that. There's phone projection, and at this option level, a Qi charge pad. For the most part, I use this screen for CarPlay and little else. Gotta admit, this front passenger seat that folds flat, that's pretty cool. Yeah, sorry to encroach on your turf. Don't worry, I don't get mad. I get even. We're both 5'9", right? And for a vehicle this size, it's not half bad back here. Headroom is pretty good. Same with knee and leg room. Foot room especially good. You can slide them all the way underneath the front seat. The cushion is high, thigh support is good. Door openings a little bit on the small side though if you're getting car seats in and out. You can get a big water bottle in here, a little bit of a storage cubby there. If any other automakers are watching, take note, there are pockets on both seat backs, even with this protective plate. There are no adjustable vents. There are places to charge phones though. There is a center spine. It's not too intrusive. The Encore GX is the classic case of belts for 3 and comfort for 2 adults. So the one thing that it doesn't have is a seat that slides fore and aft to max out either leg or cargo room. But considering the size, this is a decent back seat. All right, let's get to red light, green light. What's great about the Encore GX? Well, the exterior design for starters, plus the new face does a lot to upgrade the styling. Cabin room is good for a small vehicle. The folding front seat opens up a lot of hauling flexibility, and this is comfortable and fairly quiet considering the compact size. That's what Buick buyers want. Yellow light. The thin instrument display improves the vibe, but the cluster graphics get a basic appearance. Fuel economy is competitive in class, unless it's Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. The smooth transmission can hold onto high gears, and all-wheel drive means pushing a button. Red light. The price is higher than Honda, Kia, and Mazda competitors, and it doesn't offer the refinement and cachet that Audi, BMW, and Mercedes deliver. The $500 Bose system lacks punch and spatial sound quality. It's disappointing. And here's the thing. GM is waking up, finally elevating Cadillac to its luxury potential as new models come to market. GMC and Chevy have hit their strides with improved interiors and features. The 2024 refresh of the Encore GX is a good encore to the outgoing model. It looks better on the outside. It has a nicer interior, but the thing is, the mainstream competitors can offer better value. The luxury competitors offer more refinements. This is kind of a tweener. The new logo should signify a reset for the brand as a bang-for-the-buck luxury mark. Even as a mid-cycle refresh, the armchair product planner in me feels that Buick should rise to the level that Cadillac once was in terms of materials and dynamics. That would help to grow the division. We all love an Encore, but this one isn't an overly passionate one. Let's not forget that General Motors is a global company. The Encore GX is produced in South Korea. Big Brother Envision is assembled in China. And if you don't need all-wheel drive, the new Envista is getting good reviews. Also made in Korea, a very well-equipped ST model retails for $29 grand. Ready for your close-up? Yep. Everybody, Martin Campbell, come on up. You have to come way up this time.
I'm squeezing through.
It's not a really big car, but anyways, Martin Campbell, male model and driver. He drives while I shoot running footage, so thank you very much. By the way, Envista should be the last new gas-powered Buick. EVs reviving the Electra nameplate should be coming to its showrooms in late 2024, early 2025. Before I go, if you're thinking about buying a new vehicle, you might have heard that the pipeline is finally starting to fill up. Yeah, the automakers have finally gotten a handle on the chip shortage and the material scarcity, so it's a better time to buy. So let me leave you with my 2 favorite tips. Number 1, test drive everything you can, okay? At least 3 different vehicles, because over the last 5 years, these things have changed quite a bit. So if it's been a while since you've bought, you don't know what you don't know. Make sure you're ending up with the right vehicle in your driveway. Do your homework, okay? Second of all, yeah, you're going to be buying from a dealership, but you don't have to buy from the closest one. You can travel quite a ways and buy your vehicle. If you need it serviced, just do it at your local dealership, because they're more than happy to service your vehicle, because that's where they make their money, right? Yeah. Also, I have a buying service, and it does work because I've tested it, because I am currently in the market for a vehicle. More on that later. I really wouldn't offer you guys something that didn't work. So give it a try, okay? It might save you some money. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel. Click notifications. And normally this is where I've been saying, follow me on social media, but I don't know that that's really working all that well for me. This right here is my social media page. So, just leave a question here if you've got it. All right? Sounds like a good deal. That's Driven. I'm Tom Volk.